wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. Yo, don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, what is going on? Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Thursday. Is that where we are in the week?
Thursday. That feels right.
Okay, good. All right. So hard to keep track of what the heck is going on around here.
It is, especially with the kids out of school.
Right.
I am just an Uber.
Well, the thing about it is, you know, when kids are in school and if you do have kids, it is odd summertime because you got a routine and that routine kind of helps you remember where the heck you are. And then when the routine is off, that's why summertime is challenging. I do like it. It's a little bit more laid back, but man, it's confusing. You're like, wait, what day of the week is it? I have no idea. Well, good news is a big day. I think this is the last day of school for Broward County.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think pretty much everybody's going to be out of school after today. Miami-Dade wrapped up yesterday, so that's going to be it. So everybody's going to be on school vacation.
Congratulations, Broward.
Mm-hmm. Got Bird hanging out with us at home. If you had missed out, he tested positive for the COVID a couple of days ago. How you feeling today, Bird?
Got me on the COVID cam.
Yeah. Okay.
Cove cam.
Any improvement today from yesterday?
I would say I hate this report. I kind of feel the same.
Okay. Well, it takes a while. That's the one stubborn thing about COVID.
Yeah, I remember the last time I had it, and this feels kind of on par of the same time or the same way. I remember having a day or two where I felt like it was the same or I dipped down a little bit. But then I think I'm hoping today's the last day of this.
Okay. I think typically the one thing about COVID is it's a 5-day thing, isn't it?
And then I feel like a lot of people start to feel better and then feel yuckier before it's over, you know? That COVID trick.
Yeah, I've added a new symptom. I've been nauseous now. And it's another layer. And that's the one I don't do well with. I can do that. I can do the headaches and all the chills and all that. Man, nausea is the worst.
Yeah. It does get kind of annoying. So, well, we got you here one day at a time, Bird. One day at a time. So I have seen that the cases have been ticking up a little bit, and even the hospitalizations are up 14% over the last week in the state of Florida.
Really?
So, yeah. So, I mean, it's still, it's still around. I don't think it's nearly as nasty as, when we had the height of it with hospitalizations and deaths and all that kind of stuff. I think the really serious stuff has been tapered, but it's still a thing. So there you go.
Yeah, I think it's just a flu we're gonna have to get used to. That's gonna be around.
Yeah, it's like with anything else. So maybe count on your yearly case of COVID. So that's where Bird is today. Going to be checking in with us. You can still see him though. He's on KVJ TV. Just go kvjshow.tv to watch.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
All right, what you thinking about today here, Bird?
So I'm trying not to make this all COVID. I swear I'm not. But there is something that I think I suffer from, that I think other people suffer from, and I'm struggling with it right now. And it's a real thing. It's called sick day guilt.
Okay.
And I think people feel guilty for getting sick. And I do feel guilty. I know that I am falling behind on my work at work, and that's causing more work for everybody else. And it's tough to there's a guilt that comes behind that. But this article that I'm reading, which I don't really think helps, is they're trying to say, here's the 4 things you got to do to help you with sick time guilt.
Okay,
number 1, be honest with yourself. Well, if that's the case, yikes.
Good luck.
Well, how honest they want me to get? Number 2, reevaluate your goals and workload.
Okay.
All right. Number 3, and this is the one where I got, did they just run out of things to put in this article? Number 3 is, hey, we all struggle. How does that help?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think what they're, I guess, just trying to say, and the thing for anybody, and I don't even know about that article, but I think that you just got to realize, hey, you do need some time just to decompress and let your body rest. That's typically what it is. Your body gets run down, and a virus, our bodies are always fighting off viruses. And when that scale tips in one direction, that's when you get sick. And so you just got to tip in the other direction and get well. And I think it is, some people do feel guilty, but it's just the way it is, man. Sickness happens. Part of being human.
I think that's how we were raised, though, as kids. I think it's kind of different in modern day times. If you were sick, you still had to get your ass to work or school, I felt like.
Yeah, I think that the tones are changing a bit. I think that's why they're exploring with doing 4-day work weeks and things of the such, is that, we're trying to back off of the insanity that we've had with our American work ethic and saying maybe we're not necessarily doing it right. We got to start enjoying life a little bit more. And then when we're sick, be able to just park it, put it in reverse, and sit and not feel bad about it. And that's exactly the way you need to be.
Did TikTok change all that? I feel like they did.
Don't know if TikTok's to credit or blame. I do blame TikTok for a lot of things.
I feel like since this 4-day work week is really gaining some steam, I'm seeing it a lot on TikTok.
Yeah, well, because that's your Gen Z, and we found out they love showing up late, and they would love to not work if they don't have to. And they're probably doing it right, so good for them.
Yeah, good for you, Gen Z.
Mm-hmm. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, today is my 10-year wedding anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
The whole family is going out to dinner tonight to celebrate.
Okay.
We're the family all loves Italian except me. And we're going out for a big pasta meal.
Good. Okay.
Yes, I'm very, very excited about that. It's going to be fun to celebrate with Panda and the kids.
Okay.
Yay.
Very cool. Well, enjoy yourself.
We will.
Who doesn't love Italian food?
It's not my favorite. It's not my first pick. I always pick sushi, weird stuff, quirky stuff. Like, my family is very traditional, and they like all the pizza, the pasta.
It's tough for me. If you're a keto guy like myself, it's tough to walk into Italian places, and I struggle to find things on the menu that I can get. Usually wind up with a salad
Or a steak or some chicken. But then, they always bring you that side of pasta with your healthy chicken dish, and you're like, if you put it in front of me, I will eat it.
You will, okay.
I can't help myself.
Was Fat Kevin into the Italian food?
Yeah, I loved it then. We used to have this really fancy restaurant near my hometown called the Olive Garden. And man, when I discovered the endless breadsticks, oh, good heavens. But I also discovered that my body doesn't like garlic, man. It just comes right through my pores. But man, I would have a whole basket of those breadsticks. Those things were amazing. Yeah, back when I ate those kind of white starchy carbs, I was all about it.
They're fun. Look, they're a great ride. While you're eating them, it feels so nice.
Yeah.
But they put you in a coma. They put me in such a funk. I feel like I just need to lay for 4 days.
Yeah. What I got on my mind here today, I've seen a lot of people complaining about how South Florida is being taken hostage by rich people moving in and buying up our land. Remember Uncle Luke from 2 Live Crew? He's been very vocal about it this week. He claims he's going to run for mayor, maybe even governor. I don't know. Could you imagine Luke Skywalker as our governor? I don't know if he'd run as Uncle Luke or how it would go.
I love shaking it up and drama. Bring it.
Yeah. He's tired of seeing people having to say, I can't afford rent in South Florida anymore. People who have been here maybe even for generations are having to look elsewhere and leaving Miami. And he's not real happy about it. But I will tell you, it's kind of interesting because I guess people in Montana feel the same way as people here in South Florida. And there's really one thing to blame, and it's kind of ironic. They're saying that the show Yellowstone has started to flip real estate in Montana in a terrible way. Now, the premise of the show is how all these rich people are moving in because of the beauty of the valley, and they're buying this land, and it's driving the real estate rates up. And it's kind of a comparison as to what the white man did with the Native Americans who were there first. And now people who had then taken the land from the Native Americans are now facing the same thing from rich people. And so it was supposed to be a show about that, but they've actually increased property values. And people have been watching the show saying, hey, you know what? I got a gazillion dollars. I want to move to Montana too.
Life is imitating art.
And now people in Montana are starting to revolt against the show Yellowstone. And they're starting to legitimately get some hate there. One woman says, I don't like how busy it is. I don't like the traffic. It's now become too expensive. They say the median cost of a single family home there in Montana where they're shooting the show has gone from $500,000 before the pandemic to now about $750,000. So it was bad. Now it's gotten a lot worse.
Wow.
And they say that some people in the area are trying to get the show kicked out because they think that its commercialization of Montana is starting to ruin the state. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they are very unhappy with the newcomers coming in, gobbling up all the property. And the thing they don't like, and we have this complaint in South Florida as well, is they say that people are coming in and buying up the property, but they're using it as a second or a third home. So they're eating up the land. No one else can now use it. It's a house that's sitting empty, and these people are refusing to join in the community and do anything to really actually help the community. They're just buying up land as an investment. And now they're like, we're in a state that we don't even own, and the people who now own it aren't even here.
Huh.
And that is kind of, it's kind of like our snowbirds. It is kind of an issue if too much of an area is that way. So I don't know. Maybe we can get together with Montana and come up with a plan to kick out all the carpetbaggers.
I don't know how you're going to beat the rich people.
Yeah, I know. The rich people always seem to win, and it's very annoying.
Rich people win.
Yeah, that is. Virginia's worried about her dad. What are you worried about, Virginia, with your dad?
Well, I'm in a weird position because I'm far away. You know, he's in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and he is a new widow. Mm-hmm. His wife passed away last summer. So we're about to go on a year since she passed. And he's really, really sad. Like he's not functioning well, and he's telling us this. He's saying that he's not himself. Uh-huh. He feels like he can't get his groove. He doesn't know like where he belongs or fits in. He's depressed. Yeah, it's very upsetting and sad to me. Mm-hmm. I know that when I go up there and we do things with him, he has a great time and it's fun, and when we take his mind off of it, and I've done it, but I just can't do it as much as I wish I could.
Right.
And it's a very weird thing because you and me and Jaybird, all three of our dads are fairly recently widowed. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of like, okay, what do you do to help your widowed parent out of state?
Yeah. That is tough. I'm in a different situation, and I don't know, but my dad has not expressed the same feelings that your dad has. My dad seems like he's doing okay. He's got his stuff. He was an only child, as I'm an only child, and maybe that has helped him to, kind of navigate back into that. My mom, they'd even gotten to a point where she would love to travel and go out and do things and see life. He didn't like that. He's a homebody. He loves being at his house with his dogs and his guns. And that's about it. Okay,
so they kind of were self-sufficient and doing their own thing.
He was completely content
with that. See, my dad was not.
Yeah.
So my dad was married to a woman who she was very much involved in his everyday, day-to-day. And would she set the tone, she set the rules, she set the everything. She was, very in control and very much a part of every decision all throughout his day from sun up to sundown. Mm-hmm. And they spent a lot of time together because they had both just retired. Yep. They had both just planned on, they did everything together all day, every day.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that's part of why he's struggling so hard, because I feel like he's just kind of lost and doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, his purpose and his lifestyle was all based around his wife. She's no longer there. And so it seems like right now he hasn't gravitated to what that purpose is and what he's going to do with the hours. And I think that's probably it. I've heard that with people who are recently widowed is that you need to find things that get your mind off of it, that occupy your day, that when you wake up, it's not like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do today? And you start staring out the window and thinking about how there's nothing to do and that there's a big vacuum in your life. You've got a project or something that you put your focus and attention onto.
Well, he went on this cruise and he loved that. He went on a cruise by himself.
Yeah.
I didn't get a lot of the details, but I think he enjoyed himself. But, you know, I don't think you can cruise all year. When you go back home, you're still left with the memories and then he was supposed to go see my sister and he canceled that trip altogether.
Sister. Quick thing, Virginia. Would he want to stay with me for a while? I don't know. This might be just what he needs.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I got to get him out of that environment and like get him new stuff to look at. And he was even talking about maybe coming down here in July. I was talking about going up there in July. And so we kind of like, we're like, oh, we don't know what to do. But I might go up there early in July.
Okay.
And then have him come down here later in July.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like so like powerless because he's sad and depressed and it just breaks my heart.
I didn't have a lot of correspondence with my dad when my mom was alive. She would talk to me and then she would just pass on to him quickly. Hey, here's what Kevin's doing. And since my mom is gone now, my dad, he's really good and he loves just quick texts. He's not a big phone person. We talk on the phone once a week, which is brand new. Never used to talk to him that often. I talked to him maybe once a month before that on the phone.
Okay.
Now it's every single week and we text pretty much nonstop now. So that's a dynamic that has changed. And I think that kind of occupies his time along with everything else he does. So I've really tried to ramp that up. My dad went another weird way too. Like when my mom died, he got rid of cable and everything. He downsized.
Really?
And so I was thinking, yeah, like
maybe those were all expenses that he didn't understand anyway, because your mom has always been more technically and technologically savvy.
And my mom was a spender.
Right.
My dad's like me. We're both tightwads.
Interesting.
So I sent him all the DVDs I had because I don't even have a DVD player. So Jaybird, he's into the Rocky series now. So yeah,
we're going to have such great fun when I am staying with him in Logan, Ohio, which I am definitely going to be staying with him.
And I sent him Star Wars. So you got all the Star Wars stuff. He's a big fan of all that. So yeah, so he's kind of delving back into 80s movies. So you can have an 80s movies marathon with my dad.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun to get all three of our dads together and do like a dad adventure?
Yeah.
For us, baby.
Yeah. I think my dad would hate it.
Okay, never
mind. Well, my dad
mind.
doesn't really like traveling and he hates heat. So
yeah,
Never mind.
My dad would hate it too.
yeah.
But I think it's a great idea. And I'm being serious, Virginia. If your papa or your dad wants to come down here and stay at the bird's nest, he's more than welcome to. Sometimes it's just what a person needs.
Well, that's awesome of you to offer. Thank you.
All right, who on the KVJ show is most likely to? Now, we'd had this confession we were talking about yesterday on the show that Virginia's been picking her schnoz a little bit. We all do it. I'm guilty of it as well, but that KVJ TV is always there and people are watching.
I got to clear the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I got a weird thing about that. I always got to make sure it's all clean. But one thing that I don't even know if I've ever done in my life. Is there anybody here on the show that would actually pick it and eat it? No. I guess some adults do that. I hear this. I can't fathom it, but I know we've had a couple of emails that have come in with people doing this. I'm like, there's no way adults do this.
If I've done it, it's by accident, and I have done it. Where you like you pick your nose and you're not paying attention, and then somehow you're like biting your finger, or like I get like stuff under my fingernail and I forget that it's a booger.
Okay.
Wow. So that is the grossest statement of the week.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess Virginia wins that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's deliberately going to do it, but by accident at least, Virginia wins.
I told y'all about there's that really hot girl that a bunch of people in my friend's circle knows, and she picks her nose and eats her boogers, and she doesn't think anyone knows, but everybody knows about it. Everyone knows.
It's so crazy to think that there's something that everybody knows that you think is your little dirty secret, but everybody knows, including the guy in your friend circle that's on the radio that talked about it.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
It's almost like she's messing with us. She knows she's really good looking, Virginia. Not that should matter.
But you would just think it seems like it's a gross thing, so it'd be attributed to a gross person.
It throws everybody off, Kev.
I get it. Okay, so I would say probably nobody, maybe accidentally Virginia is the most likely to do it.
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay.
It's Virginia.
Who on the KVJ show is most likely to wind up as a foreman of the jury on a major murder trial?
Oh, I hope it's me.
No, it's not you.
Who do you think it is, Virginia?
It's you, Kevin.
yeah.
You're the most sound. You're the team leader here. You really are thoughtful and analytical and fair, and it's pretty annoying. But yeah, you're the most respectable one we've got.
Well, I don't even know if it's necessarily that, but I think if I got chosen for that, I would just be thinking about, I got to get back to the show, but I want to do my civic duty, and I get very impatient very quickly with disorganization and people that aren't moving things along quickly. And
But you would make them move along,
I would.
and you would control the room,
Yes.
and you would lead.
I mean, let's get this thing going. Come on. I got places I got to go. I got a show I got to do. Come on. What's your answer? Come
We're
on.
just looking for a consensus.
That's it. Who do you think on the KVJ show would be most likely to get duped by a scalper? Who might that be? I think right now, my first thought is Virginia. What do you think, Jay Bird?
It's between me and Virginia, and I know this because I just did a road trip with her, and me and her could have easily been sold magic beans or fake
Magic
tickets.
beans.
There's no way. Yeah, it's neck and neck between me and the witch.
I think I'm leaning Virginia because she seems to go to more ticketed events than Jaybird. Is that right?
And I do like to get a deal, so I'm always wheeling and dealing. But you know, when I did it in front of the Miami Heat arena a few years ago, I made the guy who was scalping me the tickets walk up there with me. So when they scanned him, he was with me.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he would go and put up with that, I was like, all
Gives you a
right.
little confidence.
Yeah.
I was so impressed. I remember me and you, Kev, you got good tickets to a ball game, and it was through a scalper, and it was quite impressive, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. I was doing that a while. I haven't done that for several years now, but yeah, you got to kind of, there's an ins and outs. There's a way to do it, but scalpers have gotten better. So I don't know.
It's not illegal, is it?
Well,
I think it is technically. I think you're not supposed to on the grounds of the event. So if you're like across the street, which is what a lot of them are, I think you're okay.
And I don't think that you're supposed to sell it above market value. I think that's kind of what the contingency is. So you can't take a ticket and then I'm going to jack the price way up. So that's why I just don't even know. And I think some of these guys still do or try to.
Sure. I mean, depending on how good the seat is,
But
you'll pay.
I thought that's what it was.
But I could never be in a sting where I'm trying to buy tickets, then all of a sudden I go, yeah, I'll take those 2 front row tickets to James Taylor. They go, oh, come here, buddy. You're going to the Slammer now. You're in a sting.
I thought it used to be that way, that they could get
Yeah,
the
I
buyer
don't know.
or the seller.
I don't know, bruh.
Yeah.
Why are you going to James Taylor? Oh, so boring.
I don't have the fight in me.
Okay, how about this? Who on the KVJ show do you think is most likely to get tased during a traffic stop? Okay.
Oh, man.
The bird.
I think it's me.
Yeah.
It's me. Or, I don't know. It's again me and Virginia. Although Dennys seems to find himself on the wrong side of the law as well.
Dennys, could you imagine driving by and seeing Dennys getting tased by a cop? I'd be like, what?
It might be between me and Dennys, honestly.
It's definitely not me. I am so cooperative. The last thing I want to be is difficult. I turn into a little whimpering bitch.
What do you think it is, Kev?
I think it could be you, Bird.
What?
I think
I think you're that guy who would say, I know my rights.
Well, yeah.
I would never say that.
I think you might have the most problem with authority on the show.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I agree.
And I could see it maybe just you get a little frustrated and you're just like, no, man, that's not going to happen. And you get the Italian going, that blood starts flowing through your veins. You get a little bit heated. And if you get a flat top cop, that could be a bad combination.
You think that? Okay.
You're getting tased, bruh.
For that reason. For that reason. Typically, you would think Virginia, but Virginia does seem to have a different demeanor around law enforcement than she does regular people.
Oh, big time. I turn into a little kitten.
You think I'm the one that has the biggest problem with authority on the show?
Definitely.
I'd say so, yeah.
Well, blame my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
You're feisty, and you don't get wronged well.
Yeah.
You give it back. If somebody's wronging you, you give it back. And if a flat top cop was wronging you, I think you might get lippy.
Mm-hmm. Fight for your right, Bird.
And you might get tased. And God, I hope his body camera is on.
I think I'm getting tased, bro.
Who on the KVJ show is most likely to have a reality show? That, to me, no doubt. That needs to be Bird.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at your house right now. I mean, it's like, it looks like it is made for a reality show.
If a 7-year-old designed a museum.
It's just colorful. It pops. It does. I mean, it's already made for it. I've been subtly trying to convince Bird that this would be a great idea. It'd be a terrible idea. I know that. It'd be so great for the show if we would set up cameras all over Jay Bird's house and it just was always 24/7.
I agree.
Like a reality show.
Well, we should do a show vote. Let's just show vote on it.
Let's overrule and ruin his life.
Majority rules.
It'd be a terrible personal decision. It's a terrible idea for your life.
It is, but
it's great for the show, though.
We'll
be amazing for the show. Okay. Can we do a KVJ TV poll? Let all right on that. Should we do a reality show based on Bird's house and put cameras in there to run 24/7?
Oh, are you kidding me? These maniacs, it's going to be 100%.
102.
I don't think there'd be one vote no.
Oh my
They'll rig the voting so it's like more than 100%.
Do we need to do a petition, see how many we get? I don't know. Maybe we can convince the Bird that way. Let's try it. There's this new study out that's saying that bad habits would actually end a relationship. Talking about eating junk food, 33% say that if their partner was eating too much, it would be a deal breaker. 33% would dump their partner if they were eating too much junk food.
Damn, some people sometimes are just going through something. Let them have a little junk food.
I guess this is just if they're doing it all the time. Maybe they would forgive them for a moment or a lapse, but just, if they're just all the time plowing down junk food, they wouldn't tolerate it. 1 out of 3 would hit the door and be like, we're over.
I feel like me and Panda, we go through these things where we cheat together and then we're good together. Because last night we were both cheating. We had some pizza. It was crazy.
Tell me about the pizza go slow.
We did that design your own pizza on the Domino's app, and we both wanted this white pie with the Alfredo sauce and sausage and some spinach.
Oh, you're losing at spinach.
I know I'm losing Jay Bird with any kind of healthy spinach.
Yeah, in this study, 69% of people in long-term relationships admit that they judge their partner for eating certain guilty pleasure foods.
We all judge everybody. I mean, we judge. We definitely judge our partner for everything. But I think you got to give somebody a little leeway to cheat every now and then and don't be so judgy.
They found that people are more judgmental than they are they're more judgmental of other people than they are themselves, because 70% were looking at what their partner's eating and judging them, but only 50% ever said that they ate anything bad, even though they were watching their diet. And they're like, dog, you're sitting there eating pizzas and chips and ice cream and you're pointing the finger at your partner. They say that men feel this more than women. That women are more likely to judge their man than the other way around.
On everything. Yeah, I'd believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, Virginia is definitely the most judgmental on the show.
Definitely. I hold that title, and if you'd like to take it, come and get it.
Yeah, she's earned it.
You can't have it.
She's earned it. Well, people do love to judge what you eat, and also when you try to diet, they like to judge that as well. And Dennys has been very open and has even recruited Bird to his all-pasta diet.
Oh, man. Kevin, people are texting me about this. Go, what is Dennys thinking? What's he doing to you? I go, man, the man's an innovator.
He posted up on our Facebook page about his all pasta diet, how he's doing it, and some of the comments were just talking about how terrible it is, what a dumb idea the pasta diet is, how it's going to fail. You're going to turn into somebody that's going to be skinny fat. And we put up an impromptu, very unscientific Twitter poll as well on our KVJ Twitter page. Do you think Dennys all pasta diet will work? Right now, 74% are saying no.
Dennys is going to be losing all of the muscle, gaining all of the fat.
That's what they think, but I love to see Dennys prove them wrong, because I will tell you, 3 out of 4 think it's a numbskull idea.
Well, I don't think Dennys is doing it. I think I'm going to be doing it. Is Peace Train doing it with me?
He posted a picture of him doing it the other night. I think he's doing it.
Well, I know he posted a picture about me doing it.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was in his kitchen of him doing it.
It was him doing it, but I think he wanted just to let people know. Look, if he's doing it in solidarity with me, hey, let's get ready for some spaghetti.
You shouldn't do it right now because you got COVID and you need to focus on vitamins and being healthy and eating as much health as you can.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing the diet, Dennys?
Yeah, it's how it all started.
He's on it.
Yeah, so I've been eating just pasta, red sauce, and it's been my meal twice a day. It's what I eat.
Okay, we're in this together then.
Yes.
How do you feel? Do you think you've lost any weight?
Yeah, I'm down 5 pounds.
Okay.
So, I mean, for me, it's all about calorie intake. The reason I went with pasta is because I use the veggie pasta, whole grain veggie pasta, and that tomato sauce. Yeah. It's a nice meal that fills me up. I don't crave food. It's the one thing I found that fills me up, and my calorie intake is halved.
Yeah, I hope you prove wrong, because 3 out of 4 are saying it's a dumb idea. But I like to see you show them, Dennys.
Them 25% are my people.
And maybe with the regular pasta, it would be a bad idea. But he's doing the pasta made from vegetables, which does have protein in it as well, because I try to trick my children all the time and cook them that, and they don't know because kids are dumb that is the protein pasta.
Oh yeah, it's all about calorie intake.
Dennys, I'm part of the 25%, baby.
I know you are.
Okay. All right. We'll see. The ongoing saga you can follow on KVJ's social media. Go just look for the KVJ Show, whatever platform you're on.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, we got 2 bad guys, and then we got some good news. And Kevin's right. We should end with the good news. So we're going to knock out the 2 bad guys first. If there was a sexual deviant celebrity hall of fame, these 2 would definitely be in it. I'm talking about Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly. And they're both in the news today because R. Kelly, we'll start with this scumbag. R. Kelly is about to be sentenced. June 29th, he, has already been convicted of racketeering, sexual exploitation of children, predatory, horrible abuse of others. So he's been found guilty and he's been waiting for his sentence, and that happens coming up June 29th. His attorney is saying that he should get less than 14 years in prison, but federal prosecutors want R. Kelly to get more than 25 years in prison, and I'm with the federal prosecutors. They have a very good case here because, look, R. Kelly had decades of crime against young women, and because of his musical influence and talent and power and money and network of people around him that helped to facilitate all of this, he was able to harm a lot of women, and no one stopped him for decades. If you let him out, he will do this again because he's a narcissist and he believes he is above the law.
Yeah, I feel that shorter sentence is unfair to R. Kelly because he's really put in the time. He's worked for this. He's earned every minute of that 27 years.
I agree. I want him to get the full sentence. So stay tuned. That is happening coming up. I'm going to mark that in the calendar. June 29th is R. Kelly's sentencing, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. Harvey Weinstein, the other dirtbag that we must discuss. Prosecutors in Britain now say they have evidence that he was indecent, and they're charging him with 2 counts of assault from an incident that happened in England back in 1996. Now, no word on whether or not they're going to extradite him. He already faces 23 years here. So I don't know that he's ever going to be extradited and have to answer for any of that. But they say they have proof that he did the sexual assaults over multiple events.
Again, it's another guy that's earned it.
He's earned it. Come on. Let's get these guys the maximum sentence. I mean, Harvey Weinstein does not look good. If you've seen any pictures of him recently, he is not holding up well. I think he deserves the maximum, and we'd like to see him die in jail. And that's it. In the good news, Britney Spears is set to have a secret wedding ceremony today. Sources are saying that Britney and her fiancé Sam have got a very small guest list of 100 people. I don't think that's very small. I think that's probably pretty medium to significant. They say of her whole family, though, the only person that's going to be there is her brother Brian.
Yeah.
Her mom, dad, and sister will be banned from the event, and they're saying that it's going to be somewhere there in California, a little private secret ceremony.
Okay.
This will be Britney's 3rd time getting married, and it's the first time for her fiance Sam.
Does she plan on wearing clothes?
I hope so.
Okay.
She's put on a lot of naked posts recently.
Virginia, I have a Spears question.
Yes.
Does the Spears fans, do they like this Sam guy? Because I'm starting to read on social media, some of them seem like they're turning on this guy.
Everything I've seen, I mean, I like this guy. I think that we should give him a chance. He seems funny. He seems smart. He seems supportive. I mean, none of us are really there. He could be a great actor, and he could be setting her up to take, a big chunk of her money. None of us will ever know. But we want Britney to be happy, and she wants another kid. So I think, I think it's a good thing for her to be happy and married again, which is what she obviously wants.
I'm just letting you know, I'm just getting some people not liking this Sam guy kind of vibes.
Look,
according to my sources.
Hopefully Britney has that new Rosengart attorney, and I don't think Matthew Rosengart is going to let anybody slip in there and F Britney over again. He is a very good gatekeeper when it comes to protecting Britney. I'm sure there is a big ironclad prenup, and as long as Britney's money is protected, you got to let Britney be Britney.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Am I the only one, though, that seems like some of her social media posts are kind of weird? I'm not trying to be mean at all, by any means here.
Britney is a little nutty.
Yeah.
I think that we can all look at that, and I can say that with all the love in my heart, I am team free Britney, but Britney is nutty, and that's okay, because there's nutty people in this world. Britney probably always should be in therapy and always should be on medication, but Britney's going to do nutty stuff because that's her personality.
Yeah, I'm asking questions. Please, y'all, don't send me no hateful Spears emails.
We are all team Britney. We love Britney. I want her to be free and live her life. But, she is a little nutty. Let's embrace the nutty side of Britney. And, I know my husband loves the nude pictures that she keeps posting.
Yeah, he's still a big fan, huh?
Oh, loves them.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Got some celebrity birthdays today. Happy birthday to Natalie Portman. She is 41 years old. Johnny Depp is having a birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
You had a great month.
Yeah, he had a very interesting month. Yes, he did. Yeah, 59.
He is on the celebration tour.
Yeah. Wonder how he's going to celebrate today.
Oh, my gosh. There ain't going to be no chicks around. I'll tell you that. It's going to be all dudes.
All dudes? Yeah. Okay.
I think he'll be a little bit gun shy for a while.
Michael J. Fox turned 61 years old today, and Donald Duck is 88. It's National Donald Duck Day.
Aww.
There you go. Let me hear your Donald Duck, bird. How are you? It just sounds like you're clearing snot out.
You got to call Panda. Panda does a great Donald Duck.
He's got that skill set.
Where am I going wrong at? The whole thing, huh? It's bad.
I'm terrible too. I can't throw any stones on that. I'm awful. Got a bunch of birthdays here as well. Happy 40th birthday shout out to John Facenda from Coral Springs. I'd be tickled pink. Legit, it would make this big birthday the bestest ever. Love you guys. So there's your shout out, Jen.
Whoop, whoop.
Also, little Munchkin is turning 1 today from Fonzo and Nat. We love you so much. Been listening since her birth. There you go. There's that little Munchkin right there on KVJ TV.
Oh, my goodness.
So adorable.
What a little face.
Yeah.
I want to pinch those cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Also, Evan, happy 30th birthday from Tucker Carlos. Also, Sarah, happy 15th birthday from Mommy, Daddy, RJ, and Nala. Also, Shelby, wishing her best friend Bella happy birthday. Going to be seeing her at Disney in a few hours. That's fun.
Oh.
And a happy 40th birthday. This is somebody who unfortunately is home with the COVID, Jen. So you're with our bird. Some people are getting the COVID.
My COVID sister.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of you out there right now. I keep hearing people talk about it, saying a lot of people have COVID right now. So you're kind of trendy.
Yep. That's right.
Accidentally trendy. That's how I do.
Accidentally hip.
Yep. Got a birthday and you would like to get a shout out, just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. I think it'd be a pretty good show. I would watch it. Madonna, arguably the greatest female pop artist of all time, is going to have her own biopic, and sounds like she's going to be the one who's going to direct. So it'll be in her control. So that'll be good. So you know that it's probably going to be very racy, but I'm sure it'll be very entertaining as well. I'm kind of looking forward to this. Now, the question is, who would play a good young Madonna? And that's what we're going to be talking about. The early part of her career, she gets to New York City, and she's trying to make it happen. She becomes a club artist there. I don't know if you know part of the story, but she used to always camp out in front of New York radio station Z100, and she was just always there. And our friend Scott Shannon finally was like, who is this girl? Like, will she go away? And they're like, she just wants you to play this one song. He listens to it. He plays it. It becomes a big old hit.
Wow.
And Madonna becomes famous. And then when she really makes it, she remembers Z100 and comes back, and they did that whole show in Times Square, where I think it was when Who's That Girl was coming out, and she did the debut there in Times Square. And
So Scott Shannon played her song first?
yep, really kind of broke Madonna.
Wow.
Yeah, Z100, that big old New York City radio station, kind of broke Madonna. So I'm sure they'll probably, hopefully, she'll credit them with kind of getting her career on track
That's
and
fascinating.
going. Yeah, I think there's just going to be a ton of things like that in the Madonna biopic that will be great. And there's a lot of people that are, Gen Z. I don't know how much my daughter, Caitlin, knows about Madonna. She's 24, and she is a very important artist.
Do you know who they should have play her? Who the girl that talked like this on Ozark? What's her name on Ozark?
Julia Garner is her name. She was on Ozark. She's also the girl from Inventing Anna. And almost now there might be more people that know her from Inventing Anna, the Netflix special about, what's her name, Delphi?
Yeah, Anna Delvey.
Anna Delvey, yeah. So she's the one that has apparently been offered it, and she's expected to take it.
Okay.
And I look at that, and if you know who Julia Garner is, I could see her morphing into a good Madonna, and she seems to be able to morph into different people as well.
Totally. She definitely morphed into Anna Delvey.
Yeah. So I could see her being good. Now, they apparently were also considering BB Rexha, who's another pop star. She's blonde and, okay, could maybe see that. Somebody suggested Margot Robbie. Have you seen her? Margot Robbie is
I could
Madonna.
see that too.
That could work. I think out of those three, I'm still going Julia Garner, though.
Yeah, I'm going the girl. Yeah, is that Ozark?
Yep, that's Julia Garner. Yeah, so there's a couple other people that apparently were offered a star on Euphoria. Alexa Demi, Odessa Young, Florence Pugh also were offered, Sky Ferreira, but it looks like it's going to be Julia Garner's gig to lose, and I'm looking forward to it. I think that could be really good. I love these biopics. I think they're very fascinating. I love music. I love those stories behind it, because with every big band, there is some fascinating story behind it.
Sure.
And even the bands that I've loved, like Motley Crue, The Dirt, watching that, there were so many wrinkles and storylines that I didn't even know about the band. And so it was fascinating. But my question was, because this is the tough part about it, there have now been so many actors that have stepped into the roles. In fact, here very soon, you're going to see a very big attempt by Austin Butler to play the role of Elvis, maybe the greatest male pop star of all time, in that upcoming movie Elvis that is going to be released here this summer. It's got Tom Hanks in it as well, so you know it's going to be a big movie.
It's coming up in just a couple of weeks. It's in June.
Yeah.
It's the end of June.
So it'll be interesting to see how people like Austin Butler as Elvis, because he'll probably need to be a part of this discussion. We put up a poll. It's at kvjshow.com right now. What actor has done the best job of portraying a musical artist in a show or movie? There's been a lot of them.
That Rami Malek did a great job.
He's right now our top vote getter. We just put this up yesterday. He's getting 30% of the vote right now. He played Freddie Mercury of Queen in Bohemian Rhapsody.
And he did such a good job.
He was great.
Can I get an amen for J-Lo? Selena?
Okay. Bringing the heat, Bird.
Yeah, she is tied for 5th right now in our voting. 9% of the vote, J-Lo has.
Who beat J-Lo as Selena?
Okay, I'll tell you, there's a few. She's tied with Angela Bassett, who played Tina Turner in What's Love Got to Do with It.
Okay.
She did great.
Yeah.
Ahead of her is Joaquin Phoenix, is Johnny Cash in Walk the Line with 11% of the vote at number 4. Then you got Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles and Ray with 13% of the vote.
Yeah, that was good too.
And then you got at number 2, Val Kilmer is Jim Morrison in The Doors with 15%. Rami Malek's number 1.
I just don't like The Doors. It's not Val
it's
Kilmer's
weird.
fault.
I'm taking my hatred out on The Doors on Val Kilmer, and that's not fair.
It's not fair to Val.
No,
We're so
'cause
sorry.
He really did, because I was really into The Doors the time that movie came out, and he really did a great job. Looked like Jim Morrison, acted like Jim Morrison. And the thing that I think changes it for me, you've got to give extra points if the person is actually singing the music. And didn't Jamie Foxx actually sing? Didn't Joaquin Phoenix actually sing? Didn't Val Kilmer actually sing?
These are all great points.
You're right. Good points, Kevin.
That's why I haven't heard yet, is Julia Garner going to sing Madonna? Because she has such a unique voice. Would you be able to sing Madonna and it sound right or enough that you're like, okay, I feel like this is Madonna? There are a couple other ones on there that do deserve some love, but they're just not getting the votes yet. Lou Diamond Phillips is Richie Valens in La Bamba's got 7% of our vote.
Oh, I mean, how can we not talk about Richie? Not my Richie.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I love that movie.
It's before my time, but I think she won an Academy Award. Sissy Spacek played Loretta Lynn in Coal Miner's Daughter.
Yes, I do. That was way old school.
That is way old school, but it's got to be mentioned if you're talking about the best portrayal of a musical artist. That Taron Egerton, he's kind of down the list a little bit. Not getting a lot of love is Elton John at Rocket Man.
What about Ice Cube's kid that played Ice Cube?
Yeah, you could throw him in there. I think the one that even gets more love is Jason Mitchell, who played Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton. So they think that he really looked like Eazy-E, did a great job of that. But yeah, either one of those. There's a couple of movies where you can go through everybody that's there. You got Machine Gun Kelly as Tommy Lee in The Dirt, one that I mentioned. He's not really getting a lot of love yet, but it's possible.
There might be some baggage being brought into that one too, Kev.
Could be, yeah. Yeah. And this is one that you'll easily overlook, but he was nominated for an Academy Award for his role of Buddy Holly in The Buddy Holly Story. Do you know who played Buddy Holly in The Buddy Holly Story?
Bird.
Yeah.
Only talking about Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. What the heck? Nominated for an Academy Award for that.
Hey, Gary Busey's a good actor.
Yeah, I guess that sometimes is forgotten because he got nutty there for a while.
All I can think of is that Gary Busey mugshot.
Yeah,
with the
right.
Hair.
Oh my gosh.
It's a great mugshot.
Yeah. So there you go. If you want to throw your vote in on that, it's at kvjshow.com. You can check out that web poll. You can connect to it on our Facebook page and social media as well. Weddings, yeah, they can be a lot of fun. One in Fort Lauderdale, sure, why not? It's awesome, right? Well, imagine the anxiety you would have if you're a little body conscious and you have now been invited to be a bridesmaid in a bikini wedding.
who the hell is doing this?
Apparently, these are one of the new rages that is out there. I kind of started looking into this because I had the same question, like, who the hell is doing this? And there was a New York Post story even, and it seems like it is kind of centering in South Florida, too. It was a lot of rich people, mainly from like the New York City area, and girls who have been on a treadmill for 6 months straight and haven't gotten off, want to show off their body. And so they're coming to a tropical destination and they are doing a wedding and they're all showing off because think about how many more likes you can get on the gram with your wedding photos if you and your whole wedding party are hot in bikinis.
Oh my God, we're going viral, Kevin.
Yes. So here you have this girl and she's kind of caught up in this and she sends this email, just basically says, help. I have been asked to be a bridesmaid in a bikini wedding and I am overweight and no one else in the bridal party is. I've grown up with the bride and the other 2 bridesmaids. They're all beautiful and they look like models. I, however, had a baby 2 years ago and I've put on about 50 pounds since then. And I haven't quite taken it off.
I get it, girl.
50's a lot to be carrying.
The wedding is in Fort Lauderdale in late August, so it's going to be crazy hot. The bride wanted this one venue but could only afford it if she did it at this time of year. I've known about her wedding for some time. But I just found out that everybody in the wedding party is going to be in swimwear. This girl's very athletic, so is everybody else. I'm just dreading doing this, but I hate to not do it too. If I'm in the photos, I'll clearly stand out. And if I don't do it, everybody will know why. On top of it, these bikinis are $350.
Damn.
What?
It's ridiculous. Magnolia wanted bikinis the other day, and we went looking. Basic bikinis are like $90 for the top, $90 for the bottom. I'm like,
what?
No.
You don't get that much fabric, right?
Right. It's basically like a couple of Band-Aids.
So would Madge ever buy a bikini at Walmart? They're a little cheaper there.
No, she would not, Jay Bird. That's insulting.
That's where my friend Lana gets her stuff at.
We know.
Yeah. Bikinis, $350, but there's also a cover-up that you can get with it. But that's an extra $125. What is that? Like a robe or something?
Yeah,
like that?
maybe a sarong or like a little dress. I don't know.
Okay, so it was kind of suggested to this girl who's a little larger than the other girls. Oh, we have cover-ups, and then that's another $125. So now she'd be spending $475.
That's a lot.
Okay, I guess the bride thought that would solve my body conscious issue. So problem solved. Just wear this little cover up. You'll be fine. I know I have almost 3 months to do something about my weight, but I just don't know how much I can realistically take off in that time. Plus, I'm the mother of a 2-year-old, and I'm busy and tired, y'all. Any suggestions on what I should do?
I would tell the bride now that you are not going to be able to be a bridesmaid. You just don't feel comfortable, and put it all on you. Just say, look, I just had a kid. I feel terrible about my body. I'm not in a place where I even wear a one piece, much less a bikini. I'm not there right now. I want to be there as a guest. I'm not going to be able to be a bridesmaid. On top of the body issues, the cost is just, it's not something I can afford right now. If she wants to be mad at you after you've poured your heart out and put it all on you, then this is not a girl who's a real friend, and screw her. If she wants to be mad at you, you don't even have to go to her wedding.
I tell you, I remember when I was young and fat and these type of situations, they're a nightmare situation.
Nightmare.
I remember we would get in the pool, and you know the fat kid move where you keep your T-shirt on?
Yeah, and then the T-shirt sticks to you, and you look even fatter.
White T-shirt, and then you got this huge navel, and it's a terrible look.
Well, the nipples, too, are shown at an alarming rate.
It actually accentuates your fat more. I probably should have just taken the shirt off.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I remember I had the shirt on and we're, swimming because I didn't want to be left out. And that's it. You don't want to be left out because you got this whole group. And if you're sitting on the side, then it's like, okay, why are you not getting in? Why are you not being a part of the group? And she probably feels this way. And I remember I had my shirt on, And somebody's like, "Why you got your shirt on, Kevin?" Some girl's like, "It's because he's fat." And I was
Oh,
like,
damn.
dagger, right?
Why they gotta be so hurtful?
So hurtful. And, you know, you hate it. And I can relate to what she's got to be going through, because if she's off to the side, everybody's going to be like, oh, clearly she, you know.
Look, let them say whatever they want to say. This is between you and the bride. Anybody who has anything to say, screw them. You gave birth. Your body is amazing. You created life with that body. Those pounds are because you brought a human in this world.
Yeah.
Anybody who can't understand that does not deserve to be in your life.
Fat Kevin, when that girl said those horrible words to you, how did it make you feel?
Oh, just, I mean, come on, man. It cuts so deep. It's scarring. It really is. It's tough. I would dread those kind of things. I hated summertime because that was the time of year when everybody's wearing less clothes. I just dreaded it, man.
I just want to hug Fat Kevin so bad, give him a calzone. Tell him it's going to be okay.
It's made me the diet pansy I am today, man. Just a lifetime of those comments.
You're not helping him by giving Fat Kevin a calzone.
No.
I don't know, man. Give the kid a calzone. Jeez.
You need to give him some celery.
Yeah. Now, the only thing I have here, and it's easier said than done, but there are some people that really can own it, or they can find a way, because I'd hate for her to not be a part of this, because it sounds like they have a really tight clique, these 4 girls. And she's like, of course you're invited. Like, we've always... for years, we've always been together. It's always us 4. Because she's saying it would look weird if she's just not in it, because they would assume, because you're all so tight. Look, Lizzo can own it. She's done a great job with that. I don't know if everybody has Lizzo's mentality.
Nobody has Lizzo's confidence.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So that's easier said than done. A cover-up, I don't know. Is a cover-up enough? Would a cover-up look okay, Virginia?
No, if you're up there and you feel like all these other girls look great, they're in great shape, they're wearing the bikinis, and then you're the only one in the cover-up feeling 50 pounds overweight, it's going to be miserable for you. And I think for your own mental stability and self-preservation of your feelings and emotions and stress level, you've got to be honest with everybody right now and say way ahead of time that you're not going to be able to do this.
So you're saying to bow out. That's
bow out now. Say that you'll be a guest at the wedding. You can be a guest. You don't have to be standing up in front of everybody in a bikini after you put on 50 pounds from having a kid.
At least this bride's not keeping with the stigma that weddings are annoying.
Yeah. How big of a jerk is this bride? Because people were saying, I mean, she knows that this would probably be a tough ask. Everyone, friend. Now, keep in mind, 2 of the other girls, 3 of the 4 are bikini ready. You just have the one that has jumped into motherhood a little bit sooner than the others, and she's got the extra 50 pounds to show for it.
I think sometimes when you look hot, you want to show it off, and I get that. And the girls that feel hot should be able to show it off. Good for you. You worked hard. Get up there, wear your bikini, have fun. I'm not shaming them for wanting to do that, because they're entitled to have their day, have their moment. They just need to be understanding when not everybody with the same body is on board.
Okay.
It's not fair to expect the other friend to do this.
Mama, you feel hot right now?
I would not be in no bikini wedding.
Wouldn't do it, huh?
I would very quickly tell that girl to kiss my ass. I don't think anybody would ask me to be in their bikini wedding. I'm past the bridesmaid age.
Well, I got to tell you, honestly, just even from the guy's side, look, I don't know how comfortable I would be if it sounds like the dudes are all ripped too.
Yeah, are the dudes wearing banana hammocks?
They said it was swimsuit. I don't know how far they're going, but they're going to be swimsuits. Or I mean, it's easier as a guy. You could wear kind of like a wife beater
board
type
shorts.
Yeah.
Maybe like a rash guard.
Right.
Rash guards are great. If you're feeling a little chubby, put on a rash guard. I'm telling you, especially like a thick black one.
Yeah.
It will help a lot.
I'll tell you what, Jay Bird Dashian would be out there just working that thing.
So if like your buddy Bigfoot would have decided to do a swimwear thing and all the guys were shirtless,
I'd be honestly so bummed out.
Yeah, there was a lot of hot girls at that wedding.
There was. Oh, there was, man. With my weird misshapen nipples and odd folds. Yeah, no.
I think we, at least all of us at this age, we all agree bikini weddings are terrible. Terrible
Yeah,
idea.
no.
We're not liking it.
We've
It'd be
aged
cool-
out.
It'd be cool to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fun to look at the pictures.
We'll go. We just don't want to be a part of it.
Who wants to laugh their ass off? Ooh, I know I do. Ha, 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 ha. He wrote some funny punchlines just for me and you. It's Danny's Joke Jury.
Who's ready to laugh?
Oh, I know COVID Bird is ready to laugh. He could use a little laugh out there. He's hanging out at home. You can see him on KVJ TV.
How you feeling, COVID Bird?
Oh man, I miss Denny so much. I haven't seen him in 3 days,
Yeah.
Yes.
2 days.
Yes.
It's got to be
Get
a
better.
record for you guys. You missed Best Friends Day.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah, that's tough.
Denny's had to celebrate with Suits. I think you've been replaced. He got a new best friend.
Whoa.
Yeah, I saw him
Tough.
holding hands and skipping down
Well,
the hall.
Hey, Virginia, do me a favor. Give Suits a message. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Suits is wearing pajamas, eating pizza.
Suits is talking about Bigfoot is real.
Yeah.
I mean, he just swooped right in and took your spot.
He's dressed as Lana right now.
Yeah. And he
It
looks
ain't right,
pretty.
Suits. It ain't right.
All right, Denny's has written up some comedy. We let him know what we think about it here in Denny's Joke Jury. What you got for us today, Denny's?
Alrighty. Which Vulcan wrestler won the belt for the Star Trek Enterprise?
Vulcan wrestler. I don't know which one.
What?
Dwayne the Spock Johnson?
The Vulcan belt. I'd love to see The Rock with his pointy ears and
Be a good costume for the Rock.
it would be great. Yeah.
Second joke. Why did the employees bring their office copier to trivia night?
I don't know why they bring it.
Because it had a fax machine.
Fax.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fax machine.
Smart comedy.
Okay.
Third joke. Why did the monks decide to retaliate against the Catholic Church?
I don't know why they decided to retaliate.
It was time to fight friar with friar.
Okay. Got a couple good ones in here, Denny's.
Yeah. Fourth one. Why was the cat stealing underwear from the dorm room?
The cat was stealing underwear from the dorm room. I don't know why.
Because he was a pervert.
Oh, Denny's
Yes.
cat comedy.
Right, cat comedy.
So what happens when you live in a house with cats?
Yes.
You do cat comedy.
They consume your life.
It bleeds in.
It does. And finally here, what did the werewolf say about his YouTube channel?
I don't know. What did he say about his YouTube channel?
Make sure to like and subscribe. That's what they call werewolves.
Oh, man. You got to know more about werewolves than I do to get that one.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
I don't get it.
I love the Denny's. Oh, my job.
Hey, but Dwayne the Spock Johnson.
Dwayne the Spock Johnson?
Yeah.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, this is a little juicy. I would call Vanilla Ice, but I think he changed his phone number. I don't
Yes.
think we have his number anymore,
No, I don't know what we do.
which is kind of hilarious to me. There is a guy who is claiming that he wrote all of Ice Ice Baby. Now, if this is true, why do you wait till now to come forward? That's what makes me think, all right. This was a guy named Mario Johnson who...
Virginia, sorry. It's Mario Chocolate Johnson.
So wait, we have a battle between chocolate and vanilla?
We do. That's the crazy ironic thing here. So the chocolate's very important, actually, for the context of the story.
I can't with this.
Yes.
Chocolate versus vanilla.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's what's going
Well,
on.
I'm hashtag Team Vanilla because why would you wait this long? First of all, anybody who was working with Suge Knight, I don't trust because Suge is currently locked up for his misdoings in business.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is saying he wrote Ice Ice Baby. Well, Ice Ice Baby is all about Vanilla Ice's experience growing up in Miami. I mean, he lived it. If you listen to the lyrics, it's very personal. I don't know.
Well, what the guy's saying, and the guy's actually not new to the story. He's been around for a while. He's been part of the whole thread of whatever happened with Ice Ice Baby. There's that infamous story about Suge Knight dangling Vanilla Ice off of a balcony until he signed over the rights. And this guy, Mario Chocolate Johnson, was saying that, he had grown up with Vanilla Ice. He was around at least in that circuit. Vanilla Ice at the time pretty much grew up in Dallas. And he was on the motocross circuit, and that's what he did. But he was also into hip-hop and dance, is what Mario Chocolate Johnson is saying. And he said, I was writing songs for a lot of artists out around that time. And this is a song that I had written. And he talked about how he was claiming that he had even gone to high school with Uncle Luke, Two Live Crew. And he said, I don't know how he would have because he was in Dallas. So he went to Miami a little bit later, but he wasn't even there at the time, is what Mario Chocolate Johnson is saying.
Do you believe chocolate or do you believe vanilla?
Well, I'm going to go with Rob because, we know him, and I don't know Mario Chocolate Johnson. I don't know anything about this. And it feels like it's very coerced, but it does kind of go back, and the only reason why this is kind of resurfaced is because this Mario Chocolate Johnson is on a podcast, and he's making these claims about the song, and it's still, because of licensing of music, is making money. And so, hey, anybody would still love to have the licensing for Ice Ice Baby, because how many times do you still see that song pop up in commercials or TV shows or movies, whatever it might be? Every time you do, cha-ching, somebody's making some money.
The song is very profitable.
Absolutely.
Can we hear from Chocolate? I would like to hear him.
Yeah, this is Mario Chocolate Johnson talking about how he actually is the one that wrote Ice Ice Baby.
On that album, he credited himself. He said he wrote Ice Ice Baby at 16. He didn't write no parts of that song. And he really believed it. So imagine that.
Okay, so he claims that Vanilla Ice wrote no part of Ice Ice Baby. Now, this was something that Vanilla Ice had actually addressed back in the 90s. He was on an interview with ABC, much younger Vanilla Ice, so you'll be able to hear it in the sound quality of the audio. But it goes back a little bit further, because remember when supposedly Vanilla Ice was dangled off of that balcony, which I believe when we had talked to him, he kind of refuted that.
Yeah, he didn't really get into it.
Yeah. Back in the 90s,
it's probably
though,
pretty traumatizing to be hung off a balcony.
No doubt.
I can understand with the PTSD thing why you don't want to talk about it.
Well, this Mario Chocolate Johnson is a dude that's basically in the pocket of Suge Knight. And so when he was dangling him off the balcony, it was to give the rights to Mario Chocolate Johnson. Here is the first part of what Vanilla Ice said in this ABC interview back in the 90s.
Suge took me out on the balcony, started talking to me personally.
On the balcony?
On the balcony.
High above?
Like 15 floors. He had me look over the edge, show me how high I was up there.
Were you scared?
I needed to wear a diaper on that day. I was very scared.
On the balcony, Van Winkle says Suge Knight told him to sign over points from the song to a man named Mario Lavelle Johnson.
Again, it's Chocolate.
Please give Chocolate his due.
My gosh, why can we not get this right?
This is the best part of the story, guys. It's Chocolate versus Vanilla.
Jeez. Chocolate Johnson.
Who is Mario Lavelle Johnson? His name is listed.
That's the guy that Suge Knight brought over there that is an acquaintance of mine that had nothing to do with that song.
You signed over the rights?
I signed over the rights to him so that Suge and them could get paid for it.
So Mario Lavelle Johnson didn't write that song?
No way.
Okay, so Vanilla Ice spoke about it in the 90s, and he then asked what were those points worth on that song. Rob had talked about $3 to $4 million in 90s money.
And that apparently is what funded the launch of Death Row Records.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So he was able to build an empire on the back of Ice Ice Baby. And, now today, I know we've talked to Rob about that, and he does have a sense of pride about that, whether or not he wanted to, his investment did help to build what created your Snoop Dogg and all those great records that came out in hip-hop in the 90s.
Well, it is certainly fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a story.
What a story.
That one song.
Yeah, and that's why I would really like to see if we're talking Ice Ice Baby was worth $3 to $4 million in the 90s. What would that song be worth today? So could be a good chunk of
Virginia,
change.
Do the math, Virginia.
Don't ask me to do math.
So anyway, that's basically what the story is, and the reason why it's resurfaced is all because of Chocolate Johnson.
In case you missed it yesterday, we told you the Foo Fighters have announced tribute concerts in memory of Taylor Hawkins, the band's late drummer. 2 dates for the shows were posted up on Instagram yesterday. The first one is going to be in London, September 3rd. That one's going to be a little difficult for us to get to. The second one, though, a little bit more convenient, I guess, but still far, Los Angeles at the end of September. No word on if they're going to do a whole nationwide tour or what.
I hope they do, and they haven't said anything about it. It's probably let's dip our toe in the water and just see how this goes. And I don't know if they would want to do a Taylor Hawkins couple tribute shows because it would be too emotionally draining to do it as a tour. But I can't imagine ever doing a Foo Fighters concert again and not having some sort of tribute to Taylor Hawkins.
Sure.
As a part of it.
But doing a whole entire Taylor show, every city, back to back, that might be emotionally too much.
I don't know. We'll see. I would love to see the Foo Fighters get back on the road because they were really doing more than they had ever done when Taylor's untimely death happened in March. So I know a lot of people and their fans would love to see him. I think it'd be very therapeutic for the band. They seem to really love being together and playing music, so hopefully they can get back out on the road in September.
And finally here, Simone Biles, the Olympic gold medalist, and dozens of other gymnasts who were sexually assaulted by that Larry Nassar. Remember him? He was that doctor for USA Gymnastics that was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And there was a lot of complaints to the FBI about him long before he got busted. So now Simone and 90 other gymnasts, all Olympic gymnasts, have filed lawsuits against the FBI saying that they need to get paid because the FBI failed to stop Larry Nassar from abusing them over many, many, many years when they had the information to take him down. They're saying the FBI did nothing with it. So that is how you change things. You go after people that didn't do their job and you sue them. They're saying it's about $1 billion these ladies are looking for.
That's pretty amazing. And, good for them. And it's just crazy that these kind of things have happened around universities. Larry Nassar was associate or former employee of Michigan State University. And just yesterday it was announced that George Clooney and HBO are teaming up to tell the story of a decades-long abuse scandal that happened at Ohio State University.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Secrets, they all come out eventually.
Yep.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Little kid or drunk adult, we all do dumb things. Sometimes when we do, we're little kids. Other times we are drunk adults. Love to get your stories and then try to guess which one of the two you were. Download the WRMF app and then use the mic drop feature to send us your story. Tell us the dumb thing you did, leave a little bit of a space, and then go on ahead and tell us if you're a little kid or a drunk adult, and then what exactly happened in the story. And hey, when you do that too, download the app and use the keyword resort today to get qualified to pump up your summer with a 4-day, 3-night stay at the Caribe Royale in Orlando and to pick up $2,000 in cash as well. Okay, our first submission here is from Andre. Andre, what is the dumb thing that you did?
I swallowed my pet fish while it was alive.
Oh.
Good Lord.
Oh, my.
Dang, I didn't see that coming.
Lord. Okay, is this something a little kid or a drunk adult would do, Virginia?
Oh, you got to be a little kid.
Okay.
That can't be. No, nobody would do that. Their own pet fish?
I hope it is an accidental little kid thing rather than something a drunk adult did for attention. But I don't know. Bird, where are you going with this?
I think it's a drunk adult who did not like his pet.
Wow.
Damn.
It could be either easily, I'm going to go little kid out of hopes. Andre, what were you?
So, I was a little kid, and my goldfish had like a few scales that looked like they were turning color. So what I did was I had it in my mouth by its tail, and I was holding it up to the light, and the slippery fish just like shot down my throat, just reflexively swallowed it. And, I cried for days, and it was just horrible. And since then, I hadn't eaten another fish.
Oh, bless your heart.
Wow.
That is tough.
Whoa, he accidentally ate his pet.
Oh, I don't mean to laugh.
Oh, dog, that's tough.
Because that had to be traumatizing for a little kid.
He cried for days.
Oh.
Good Lord. Okay.
Well, maybe just tell him that now your fish is swimming in your belly. He's just swimming in there, and
he's a part of you.
That's his new fish tank, and he's happy. He's living out his days.
Oh, dang.
Do you feel the fish swimming around in your tummy for a little bit?
I feel like I would feel it.
Oh. Man. Dang. Okay. All right. What do you think about this?
That one's gonna stay with me.
Yeah, that's tough. All right, Shelly did something dumb. What'd you do, Shelly?
I poured lemonade inside of a speaker.
Little kid. Poured lemonade inside of a speaker. She's a little kid.
It's got to be a little kid.
Yeah. What do you think, Bird?
Little kid.
Little kid. We're all little kid.
I was actually a little kid. I was 3 years old, and I hated the song that was playing, which I actually know the song. It was Call Me Al by Paul Simon, because my mom later told me. I wanted to shut the song off because I thought it was so bad, and I didn't know how to, so I poured lemonade in the speaker, hoping it would, drown it out.
Oh, man. My kid's going to be in a little trouble. You love the song, huh?
Me and Dennys, it's one of our karaoke songs together.
Oh, okay. So you got a lot of love for it. Okay. All right. So we got all the point on that one. It's a little kid. Okay. We have got Ben here. He left this submission on the WRMF app mic drop feature for little kid or drunk adult. What is the dumb thing you did here, Ben?
I licked a cow's butt.
What? You licked a cow's butt?
That is a drunk adult.
Yes,
I feel it in my soul.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
That's
it is.
Drunk adult.
All right. What were you, Ben?
I was the drunkest adult ever. I was drunk as hell. My friends dared me, you won't do it. You won't lick that cow's chocolate starfish. And I was like, whatever. I'm not scared. I did it. And hey, it won me $50, and I was able to get a few more beers after that. So win-win for me.
Oh, man.
Is it really a win-win for you?
Yeah,
What a story.
He almost sounds like he's proud of it today.
Yeah, he's insane.
That guy is not ashamed.
No. He sounds like he's doing all right with it. Okay, we got one more submission here. This one from Debbie for little kid or drunk adult. What did you do, Debbie?
I threw up in a wave pool at the theme park, Wet and Wild.
Yeah. I'm guessing a little kid with a turbulent tummy threw up in the wave pool. That's my guess.
Little kid, yeah.
Bird?
Drunk adult.
Oh, going drunk adult. Okay. Bird could tie it if he's right here. What were you, Debbie?
I was a drunk adult. Honestly, I snuck some tequila into the park in a soda bottle. I was drinking it, having a great time, and I decided to give the wave pool a try. Unfortunately, the rocking didn't settle so well, and I proceeded to throw up all over a little boy and his mother. They were really not happy about it.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine getting yacked on in the wave pool?
No, that's pretty rough, man.
I mean, if I have to get yacked on, though, I think a wave pool is a good place. I can immediately rinse it off and get away.
Yeah, okay. Let's try this out as an experiment and see how the witch does with this.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. That's gnarly. All right. Well, we wound up with a tie today. We all equally as good. 3 out of 4, 75%. Not bad. All great submissions. Thank you guys so much. All you have to do, download the WRMF app. go look in the bottom left-hand side. You'll see a little microphone. That's the mic drop feature, and then you can record a message. Anything you actually want to say ever on the show.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just little kid or drunk adult stories. You can comment or tell us anything or, I don't know, like reveal your secrets.
Yeah.
Your desires.
Whatever.
Tell us stuff that you've never told anybody.
Desires? We're turning this thing carnal?
Yeah, why not? I love the juice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Let us know. We're thinking there's no way this is going to be good. I'm going more trick talk than TikTok, but it's one of those trends that's going on. They're claiming that some people are loving healthy Coke. It is a mix of balsamic vinegar and sparkling water. I'm saying no way this is good. There's no way. I think it's more trick talk than it. Yeah, I agree with Bird. No way. We all have a little concoction in front of us, so it looks like a nice little cocktail here, and it does actually look like it would be coffee or Coke or something like that. So
it looks like Coca-Cola.
It does. In fact, this seems like it'd be more of a great prank than anything else.
I'm looking at it on the screen. It does look like Coke.
It does, right?
Yes. Oh, this is funny. This is a prank than anything else. Look, when you stir it, it fizzes up just like Coke.
Totally.
Oh my gosh, I am definitely getting my sleeping son with this today.
If you know anybody that enjoys Coca-Cola in a glass,
oh, this is going to be awesome.
Pour them a nice glass of this because
this is it.
They're not going to know based on looks.
No. What was the mix ratio you used, Virginia?
I used like 2.5 parts balsamic vinegar to about 4 parts bubble water.
Okay.
Sparkling water.
Okay.
Mineral water, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. All right. So just want to know, in case you want to do this, I'm wanting to test this just because I think this is going to be an epic prank for people because there's no way this is good. And it's not a good prank if they're like, this is really good. It's not Coke, but what is it? It's got to be awful. So I want to try it and see just how bad it is. It's a healthy Coke. It's not as bad as it should be. It's not good.
You're right.
It'll throw you. It needs to be worse. It
smells worse than it actually is.
Dang it. It's not actually that terrible. I mean, now.
Try it, Dennys.
Now, if you think you're getting Coke, I think it still would work as a prank.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's very strong smelling.
I thought I would gag.
No.
It smells awful.
It's actually, I don't know if it's bad enough to be a really good prank. It's going to throw your taste off, but it's not despicable.
It will be good, though, if your son is expecting Coca-Cola and he gets this. I think that will throw him for a loop.
Be like, Dad, the Coke is bad. That Coke is bad. Yeah, you'll think that you got really awful Coke.
Can you secret video you pulling this trick on Cannon? I'll do it to Rocco.
Yeah.
Because Rocco loves his soda. He's like his dad.
Yeah.
They are Pepsi junkies.
Suits has got a very delicate tummy. Let's see how he is.
This is the real test right here.
Yeah, Suits is it. I don't think the smell does it. It's the taste. Where are you?
I definitely don't like it, but it's not as bad like you guys were saying. I expect it to be a lot worse.
It smells way worse than it tastes.
It needs to be worse to be a great prank.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
And if the balsamic was sweeter, which I know sometimes this is not a super sweet balsamic, but if we had a super sweet, oh damn, I just spilled it. If we had
right, we're just picking up the slack.
Just spilled balsamic everywhere. If we had a super sweet one, it may not be it wouldn't be that bad.
No, it's actually right now not that bad.
I think the aftertaste, honestly, is the worst part for me.
Yeah, it's burns.
Yeah.
I'm actually very disappointed. I was wanting that to be really terrible. That's not that bad.
What's bad is when you pour it in your purse like I just did.
Yeah, that's not good. All right, we got some confessions here. Virginia's really encouraging you to use the mic drop feature and just, put your voice right there that we can play on the radio. And I do, look, I don't want to discourage that. I just know a lot of people don't want to be that bold.
Tell us your secrets.
Yes. So we allow you to text them in, or you can remain anonymous, and maybe we'll get more people that will take part of it. We do have a good bit of people here today that have submitted some confessions. Thank you very much. Text them into us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. I think a lot of parents have probably done this. Don't feel too bad. They said in their text, I've replaced my daughter's gerbil 3 times, and she's not yet noticed.
Oh.
So last year, as part of a school project, she wrote to the Guinness Book of World Records to tell them how old it is.
Oh, bless her heart.
She thinks that she's on her 3rd gerbil, but it's living a full life. But she thinks she's got 1 gerbil that has lived 3 gerbil lives.
Oh. That's a sweet secret.
It is sweet, yeah.
Don't tell her till she's like, I don't know, in college.
Yeah. This says, if one of our children gets invited to a birthday party and I don't like the parents, I make sure the present that we give is something messy like Play-Doh or kinetic sand. It makes me happy to think about that awful mom or dad having to clean it up.
Yeah, just buy a bunch of glitter.
Yeah.
Every, glitter art and craft kit.
That's kind of clever. This text says, I hate my neighbor so much that I used to call him effing Brian under my breath every time he would walk past our house. And then one time we were in Publix, and so was he. We said hello, and then my 5-year-old said, Mom, is that effing Brian? So, what? What do you mean?
You gotta tell kids when you need them to keep their secret because they don't know how.
No.
They'll just say whatever.
They're terrible. This confession says, I once chopped some Coke off a white plate in my kitchen. That doesn't seem like the right color.
Wait, what?
I guess they were chopping up Coke on a white plate. What is that, where you take the card and put it in lines or something like that? Is that what chopping Coke is? That's that whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were they cutting it?
I guess. I don't know all these Coke terms.
You can tell Kevin watches things about Coke and does not do Coke.
Yeah, I don't really have all the...
But he's very Coke curious.
I am. So I got, chopped Coke. All right, so I chopped Coke on a plate in my kitchen, and then I ran out to a bar with a buddy. An hour later, I get a call from my girlfriend. She's in the ER panic because her mouth went numb after making a sandwich. I guess I forgot to rinse the plate off and put it away.
How's that cocaine sandwich?
Okay.
That would do very well in food trucks here in South Florida.
You want that cocaine grilled cheese?
It would do well.
Yeah, probably. Somebody confessing here, they said, girlfriend came home. He says, my wife and I are having a baby girl and are working on names. Whenever she suggests a name I don't like, I just tell her it's the name of a girl I used to date, and then it never comes back up again.
That's brilliant.
That is actually pretty smart.
Oh, dude, you figured out life.
Wow. Okay.
Impressive work.
Somebody might want to steal that hack. Somebody confessing here, they said, I lied about my qualifications in a well-paid job interview. Shortly after I joined, my new boss died suddenly.
Oh, damn.
And then HR started sniffing around the new employees and asked me for proof of my qualifications. I told him I'd given everything in the original copies to my boss, and I don't know what he did with them. Can you please find them? I never heard another word about it. It's been 3 years, but I still live in fear. Okay.
Well, if they truly are your qualifications, they can totally come back to you and say, we can't find them. You just got to reproduce them.
Yeah, I would think because you can go to universities and things like that, right? And they'll give you another transcript or whatever it might be that proof that you graduated.
I mean, you really only did, you write everything down. They have to fact check it.
Yeah.
You just write down where you went, the years, what you graduated with, all that. They have to fact check it.
Okay. Here's a confession from a professor at a university here in South Florida. They don't want to name the one, though. It says, even though term papers have a word count requirement, I never check them.
Yeah, I can see that happening. You don't really care. You kind of want to get through the day.
Yeah, maybe they just give you a word count so that some smartass doesn't write 10 words and try to hand it in.
Would you have to count each word? Because that sounds awful.
I think what I always do, yeah.
I'm not sitting there. I agree.
No, you got something online, you can do that. I think you just copy the document and you post it in there and say how many words it is.
Okay. I'm not sitting there counting.
It does seem like a horrible thing to count.
If you roundabout know, it's 12 pages long to meet the requirement, I'm going to let them go anywhere between 10 pages and 15 pages and not count.
Well, if I didn't want to get to the whole paper and I was already at around 600 words, and I was like, all right, that looks like about another 400. They got it. I guesstimate a lot.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the good thing if other professors are like that and you just are, imagine that you're 100 words short or something like that. And I have no more inspiration and nothing else to write on. Maybe you can turn it in, you get away with it.
I would never ding somebody for 100 words short. Like, that's so petty.
Yeah.
There are teachers that would love to ding the hell out of you.
That's so petty. Like, who cares? If the message is there and they wrote a good essay, like, I'm not counting.
Mm-hmm. And another text here, 877-979-WRMF just came in. It says, I have an open relationship with my boyfriend, and I know when he has other people over to his place because I see him playing certain songs on his Google speaker, a speaker that is linked to my Spotify account. That's kind of horrifying. I didn't know you could do that.
Huh.
Okay, so you have a Google speaker and you link it to your Spotify account so you can tell when he's playing music on it. So when I know he's getting some action, I like to add boner-killing songs to his queue like Baby Shark.
Diabolical.
That is kind of diabolical.
But hilarious.
Okay, that's kind of fun. All right, thank you very much.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, at least one major South Florida golfer has sold his soul to the devil. Many others are jumping in as well. Golf actually has a big old moral dilemma going on right now, Virginia.
What is it?
It is called the LIV Series, L-I-V Series. And it's an upstart golf circuit that's going on right now, and they're holding their very first event today in Britain.
Is this competing with PGA?
Yes, it is.
L-I-V?
L-I-V.
Is it named for the LIV nightclub? Because it definitely sounds cooler than PGA nightclub.
It's a great question. I don't know where they got the L-I-V. That part I don't know.
Is it a great question?
Well, it's a question I don't know the answer to, I guess.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, pipe down, COVID, Connie. Nobody asked you.
Well, if you don't know, the biggest investor in LIV is the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
And if you don't know, like, in fact, our own President Biden has basically lambasted the rulers of Saudi Arabia and called them, in a sense, a terrorist organization. You might remember they've got a horrible record on human rights, and that whole journalist that disappeared and later turned chopped up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that?
That was them.
That was blamed on the Saudis.
Oh.
And so some people were saying, I don't know if I should play in this little golf circuit here because, I mean, you guys really kind of do bad things.
I can't support people chopping.
Yeah. I mean, you cut reporters up into pieces.
It doesn't feel right.
You don't really do well when it comes to human rights. And then they're like, we'll give you $200 million. They're like, oh, yeah, you know what? Chop it up. That's not that big a deal, actually. It's not that big a deal. You know what? It's just, yeah. Dustin Johnson, connected here to Palm Beach County. He is one that has jumped in. He got $150 million to come over to LIV.
That's huge.
Phil Mickelson, he got $200 million to join LIV. And the odd thing about it was they were asking him about, okay, do you have a problem with it considering who is funding this league? And he actually lost some endorsements after joining. And he did acknowledge that, yeah, they did have a horrible record on human rights, including the murder of that journalist. But hey, it's good money, right?
200 million is 200 million.
They came to Tiger Woods and they said, we will give you close to $1 billion to join. Tiger Woods said no. He rejected the offer.
Interesting. Whoa.
Now, let's talk about the money that they have, because it's not only how much they're bribing these golfers to come over and join, but it's how much you can win. The prize money for this weekend's event alone is $25 million. $25 million just for this one tournament. To put that into perspective, Tiger Woods, one of our greatest golfers ever, he's won $120 million over his entire PGA career. He's won $120 million over years and winning, 14 majors? This is $25 million for one tournament. The PGA is saying it will discipline players who compete, and it could bar them from most major American golf events. But I think some golfers are saying, you know what, if you guys keep paying, screw it. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes, but it all kicks off today. And, we've got so many professional golfers here in South Florida. How many of them will wind up selling their souls to the Saudis? I guess we'll have to find out.
Fascinating. Look at you with the dirt of the golf.
Well, I had to squeeze in a sports story here somewhere, Virginia.
It's the dirty side of the golf ball.
A little dirty, Virginia.
Yeah, Kevin made golf interesting.
Yeah, you did. For once, we actually care about golf.
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but Florida is dealing with a severe shortage of teachers. So now the Osceola County School Board has just voted to import 140 teachers from South America.
Huh.
If they can't get them here, they're going to just bring them on in. So there you go. Maybe that's the solution. We got a lot of South Americans already in South Florida. If we have teacher shortages, fly them in, I guess.
Well, if you're looking to get into the U.S.,
right?
It's a great program.
You're right.
I'm sure they're going to do it all on the up and up and provide them all the documentation and citizenship. And
could be the way to do it.
Wow.
Don't know if you saw, but for the first time ever, an American woman has won Britain's traditional cheese rolling competition. I actually saw a documentary on this. It's very fascinating. It's this little town in Great Britain, and this is their claim to fame. They got this amazingly steep hill, and they take a big old wheel of cheese. It's like 8 pounds, and they roll it down this hill, and people chase it. People are flipping end over end. They're snapping limbs. Their arms are coming off their bodies crooked. They have ambulances standing by at the bottom because people are just jacked up. But some people know how to tumble and roll, and they get down, and at the bottom, they can grab the cheese. If you're the first one down the hill, you win. You get to keep the wheel of cheese. It's a big prideful thing.
Oh my gosh, this sounds so fun. How can we recreate this?
You hurt yourself badly.
Well,
I thought I heard that they're all considered celebrities in that town. Too,
yeah, it is.
Participate.
Yeah, absolutely. You are a big deal if you win this thing.
Maybe we should try to do it on like less of a steep hill, but still do it because this sounds so fun.
It does, but keep in mind this is Florida, Virginia. What
I
are we
know
lacking?
the hill though. I know where we can
you
do
do?
it. I have a hill.
The garbage dump?
No, that's too steep. That's too steep, Kevin.
Okay.
I got a hill, dog. I do.
Yeah.
We'll talk off the air.
Okay. Well, listen to this. There was some guy that walked into a sex store in L.A. with a gun and told the cashier to empty the register.
Oh, my.
But she froze. And apparently he's got attention deficit disorder because his attention now shifts all over to the self-love toy on a nearby shelf. And he's like, you know what? I think I'll take that instead.
What?
Yeah, he walked out with a Love Bots.
Instead of money?
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I think I want that instead.
All right. I mean, you can't focus for 10 seconds?
No, he's like, ooh, look at that shiny sex toy. And boom, there he went.
They're saying that they are just really coming up with unbelievable stuff in the marketplace for that kind of sex robot.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they grab your attention. I got to tell you one thing. I can't believe that people don't get this. Stay away from the damn animals. Can we just stay away from the damn animals?
People are getting gored and messed up.
You saw the viral video of the guy that decided to jump over that one fence and go over there and kind of taunt the orangutan who grabbed his shirt and then almost ripped his leg off.
Dude.
Yeah, now there's a zebra that has been spotted wandering loose in the Santa Barbara, California area. And now people are looking for this zebra and wanting to take selfies with it.
I think zebras are kind of mean.
You never know. You just never know. You think it could be fine, but you just never know. And I think what's disarming about it is the zebra's been around town for a while. It's had, it's gotten out before in 2013, 2015, 2021, and it's named Maynard. So, it's kind of a local celebrity. And when people are like, oh, it's Maynard, let's go get a photo of Maynard. But you just don't know. It's supposedly domesticated, but known to be free roaming. But they're just saying, look, just stop trying to take the selfies. We just don't know. It might not be a good idea. So, there you go.
Or keep taking selfies with these animals and we're just getting rid of the dumb people.
Yeah, maybe too. And same thing's happening in Colorado. There's apparently a moose that is wandering around. There's a moose on the loose And people are trying to get selfies. And again, they're just saying, please, we just don't know these animals, what they could do. But people can't resist. They can't resist. Well, here's an interesting Guinness World Record. A dedicated drinker in Wales broke a record by visiting 56 different pubs in 24 hours and having at least one beverage at each.
Wow. Now here's a record of pride.
Well,
Yes.
what if we kind of adopted this idea instead of doing that? I did restaurants or something. I had to go to the most in a day and have to eat an item at each place. That is a world record we could do.
Okay. A gluttonous world record.
Sounds expensive, but let's do it.
Yeah.
Look, chasing greatness is never easy, Virginia.
56 for this guy. Now, before you get too proud of him, not all the beverages were alcoholic. He did have some beer, but he would also have orange juice or apple juice or a Coke or lemonade or Diet Pepsi or cranberry juice. So he mixed in a lot of other non-alcoholic beverages as well.
You'd probably have to keep
Yeah.
your wits about you.
I mean, 56, that would be like 56 beers in 24 hours. It could be a lot.
It's a lot. We did the power hour. We know about drinking a lot.
Yeah. So there you
When
go.
I am better, Power Hour Part 2.
Sure, Pumpkin. You just focus on getting better.
Oh, come on. Don't call me pumpkin. That's when I know you're not taking me serious.
I don't know the answer, but I'm going to ask, all for Aaron here, who sent us his text message wanting to know, are successful women less attractive to men? Here's what she said. She said, why are successful women less attractive to men? I'm 32, single. I think of myself as an attractive gal. I got a nice house, a nice car, but I can't keep a guy. I really think men are threatened by my success. I'm convinced if I wasn't an independent woman with a great job and career, I'd be with someone. My good friend thinks that a part of it is because I focus too much on my career and I'm not putting enough effort into the relationship. But that can't be the only thing. Would any man admit to being intimidated by this, or are there women experiencing the same thing? Okay, I'm not a successful woman, so I can't really tell you. Being a man, though, in this, I think that everybody has a certain level of availability, and they also have a certain level of how much they put on their career versus their own personal life and relationships. Some people are all available for relationships. Other people are not, saying my career is first, and that's the way it goes. It sounds to me, Aaron, like you would need to find somebody that is probably where you are. Maybe you are successful because you're dedicating a lot of your life to your career, but then you need to find somebody that thinks like you do. Let's say that 80% of my life is given to my career. 20% I've got time for whatever personal relationships. You need to find somebody that matches that up. And if you do, then great. And maybe that's fewer and far between. But that to me would be the answer. Am I wrong with this?
No, you're not. You're right on track. And I think you also need to look for a guy that shares your level of success. Because if you feel like you're dating guys that aren't comfortable with you already being established, that just tells me you're dating beneath you.
Sure, yeah.
You need to go find guys that already share in the things that you have. They have their own home. They have their own car. They're a stable dude that's not going to be intimidated by the fact that you don't need them financially.
I would think that if you are looking for somebody, you find somebody that is the same way set when it comes to career and their own lifestyle, and they would be more attracted to you because they're not going to have somebody who's going to be clingy and taking them away from what's most important to them, and that is their career. Now, the other deeper thing is the reality of maybe there's other issues, Aaron, that your friends aren't being honest and you're not being honest with yourself about. I don't know what that could be.
Maybe she's not a bad lay. I don't know.
Maybe she's literally all work and she can't ever shut it down and just be cool and be fun and be normal.
I think sometimes if you are too much business, it can start to erode a sense of humor and a sense of being able to just enjoy the moment, and you're always uptight. And so even when you are free, you're not really free, and that makes you come off like you're not a fun person, and you're just, tight. And,
you got to have balance.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing. When you are a person who maybe 80 to 90% of my life is my career, when you actually do have that free time, it may take you just that 10% to rev down to a point where you're actually fun again.
Oh.
So that could be the issue. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, I think you really have to examine, if you keep having the same problem with every guy.
Yeah.
It can't be the guys. You got to look within. If every guy you date, you have the same exact problems with, then you have to look at it and go, okay, what in this equation is consistent? Oh, me.
Right.
What am I doing?
Yeah, that'd be my thought.
What am I attracting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think that's kind of it. If you got any thoughts on this, like to help Aaron out, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Somebody said that they think Aaron is delusional, and it's just an excuse that she's using to avoid looking deeply into her own flaws about herself.
We all gotta look deep.
We do. And you really have to realize that if all you are is business, 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 and then you get around a guy and he wants to have fun with you and you're just business energy, business energy, business energy, like he realizes that, oh, this chick's not going to be that fun and I don't want to be around her. And so that could be the reason that nothing's working out.
Mm-hmm. And
all gotta look deep.
It might be something to look into here. This one text says, I see what Aaron's saying. It is very true because that was one of the reasons why my husband ended up cheating on me for a lower woman because I was a breadwinner and things didn't match up financially, how we prioritized our careers. But now I'm with a wonderful man who works just as hard as I do, and we totally understand each other. That's probably a good thing to look at. I think you do have to. That's one thing that needs to line up. How much time, we talk now about people wanting 4-day work weeks and they want more personal. Whoever you're going to be with, you got to say, okay, how much do you want to work? Are you a person that wants to work 40 hours a week, 80 hours a week? Where are you? Because that should match up. Because it is tough when you have a partner that works really hard and the other person doesn't, and they're always leaning on you saying, come on, let's go do something. You're like, I really need to get this done. That breeds resentment. That relationship, I don't think is going to work a majority of times. So maybe that's kind of what's going on there. All right, any other thoughts? You can text us up, 877-979-9763. All right, who dat celebrity? That is the name of the game here. I got some clips of celebrities. We'll see if you can figure out who it is. And since I got some concert tickets today, we're going to get Chris in here from Port St. Lucie to play along. He just has to have a better score than either Virginia or Jaybird, who's going to be playing. Chris, you had something to say about Aaron, who had just sent us an email, or a text it was. She said, are successful women less attractive to men? And we talked about trying to find somebody that basically prioritizes their career the same way you do. And then maybe she also needs to do some internal soul searching. What were your thoughts on it, Chris?
I agree with all of you guys. I also think I wouldn't say less attractive. I would say definitely can be a little bit more intimidating, especially in the very beginning.
Okay. With a woman who has a strong career going on, it sounds like she's got her house, she's got her car, she got all this kind of stuff, and she's thinking that she's intimidating a lot of guys.
That would be my first guess in the initial. Now, obviously, if you guys are going strong for a little while, and something else is obviously behind the scenes at that point.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but somebody pointed this out, and they said she described herself as a single, attractive gal, and they said just that way sounds stuffy to me.
Yeah, I don't like the way she gal.
Yeah.
That tells me that she's a little stuffy.
I know, because, hey, we got a job where you got to work a lot. And I know sometimes I can lose myself in the work, and you do become a little stuffy. And you've got to sometimes be like, I need to go do something fun because I'm just so structured and too rigid that when you do that after time, it just starts to cement itself. And she's 32 now. If she's been on this career path for 8 years or almost 10 years now, she may be starting to lose herself. It may not be the fun person she once was, and guys are like, this girl ain't fun. So, I don't know. Just a couple thoughts here, Aaron, just to help you out. All right, you ready for this, Chris?
I am ready.
Okay, we got Def Leppard, Motley Crue tickets with Joan Jett on the line for next week's show at Hard Rock Stadium. I'm going to be playing a celebrity voice here for you. Your guys' job is to try to figure out who it is. We will let Chris answer last so he can agree with Virginia or Jaybird. Jaybird, you're going to get the first answer, okay?
Okay.
All right. Who dat celebrity? What do you think? Who is this celebrity talking right here?
Someone has been in my room and taken my beers away from my room.
Okay.
We should all get that one, right?
I don't know. We'll see. Jaybird, who do you think that might be?
That would be the Prince of Freaking Darkness. That would be Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay, you say Ozzy Osbourne. Virginia, who do you think it is?
Ozzy.
You're going to go with Ozzy Osbourne. And Chris, what do you think?
Only talking about, I agree with both of them, Ozzy Osbourne.
There you go. That is Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah. Boy, I did kind of a deeper dive yesterday, kind of trying to find those clips. I forgot how funny Ozzy was.
He
in that
was
show, The
so
Osbournes.
good.
Oh, my gosh. It was
He
hysterical.
made that show.
The one where he flipped backward in the chair. Pretty unreal.
Is it bad that you don't pull for a guy's sobriety?
He honestly, he had to be. I don't know why it didn't stand out, but yeah, you can't even understand him in any of those. He's so whacked out of his mind. It's unbelievable. Right. Okay, here we go. Who dat celebrity number 2? Who would this be?
This is a baseball practice for children.
Bird, who do you think that might be?
Only talking about Dr. Filthy.
You're going to go with Dr. Phil, Virginia.
Dr. Phil.
All right, what do you think, Chris?
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, that is correct. That is him right there.
But no, we got to get over to the side and bicker about the color of someone's hair. Are you kidding me?
Dr. Filthy's upset.
He's always upset.
I gotta be careful with that show. If I start watching it, I become addicted quickly.
It's so stupid.
It gets me though, Virginia. They have this 4-minute clips on YouTube, and oh my god.
All right, here we go. Clip number 3. Who dat celebrity?
So anytime you can be a part of redefining that, and then like giving voice to the voiceless, and as well as entertaining, it's always a plus.
Bird, who dat celebrity?
Gosh, you're going to me first, huh? Sounds like Aries Spears to me.
Aries Spears. Okay. What do you think, Virginia?
That sounds like Diddy.
Gonna go with Diddy on that. Okay, Chris, what do you think? Who dat celebrity?
You know what? I'm struggling with this one, but I'm going to go with Virginia. I'm going to say it sounds like Diddy.
Gonna go with Diddy. Nobody got that one. That would be Jay-Z. Jay-Z here. Yeah.
That's probably sounded like Aries Spears to me, because he does a great Jay-Z impersonation.
He does do a Jay-Z impersonation.
Yeah, this is the actual guy, Jay-Z.
So anytime you can be a part of redefining that, and then like giving voice to the voiceless, and as well as entertaining, it's always a plus.
That's Jay-Z.
Damn.
Okay, what about this one here? Who dat celebrity?
I mean, we all carry, I think, great pains, great regrets.
Okay. What are you thinking?
These are getting harder. Can we hear it again?
I'll give you one more.
Taste.
We've all experienced loss. We've all experienced great loneliness at times.
Okay. Someone experiencing great loneliness at times. Any clue yet? Who that celebrity is?
I feel like I'm so close.
Can I one more taste?
And we're good at packing that away, not dealing with it. Some are really good at getting through it and coming out the other side in a more well-rounded, I think more confident and loving human being.
Bird, who that celebrity?
Only talking about Brad Pitt.
Virginia, who did you put down?
I don't know. I put down Tom Brady. I don't feel good about it.
Okay, and what do you think here, Chris?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Bird. I think that's Brad Pitt.
Gonna go with Brad Pitt. You are correct. That is Brad Pitt.
Nice. Great
Okay.
job, Bird.
Thank you.
You've pulled ahead of Virginia here. That's big for you to get those tickets, Chris. Okay, and I got another one here for you. Who dat celebrity?
I do a basic Texas-style brisket, so it's basically just salt and pepper.
Okay. What do you think? Who dat celebrity?
I got to hear that again.
Any idea, Bird?
I just need one more taste.
And I try to find like an 8 to 10 pound brisket, and I put it over some hickory wood for maybe 8, 10 hours, depends.
Okay.
Oh, I know. It's Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. Virginia, who did you put?
I don't know. I put Tom Holland. I'm just writing random names now. I don't think I even know who Tom Holland is.
I don't think you do.
Spidey Man.
Chris, who do you think that celebrity is?
I honestly don't know.
That's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
Give you a
I know
little-
it's not McConaughey, but
I'll give you a little bit more here, a little bit more.
Foil it, wrap it in foil, maybe after 4 or 5 hours. And if you're looking, it ain't cooking.
Okay. All right, any guess here, Chris?
you know what? I'll say McConaughey.
Oh, man.
Gonna go McConaughey. It is not. It is Dave Grohl, like Jay Bird had said. Lead singer of the Foo Fighters. Bird wins, but Chris beat Virginia. You're better than she is, so you get the tickets, Chris. Nice job on that.
Good work,
Thank
Chris.
You guys. I love you guys.
Oh.
Bird, feel better. You guys take care.
Cool. Hey, call us
Good job,
after
Bird.
that show. I want to find out how Vince Neil sounded.
Absolutely. Will do.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, I'm very suspect. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Vince can pull it off. All right, we got more tickets going to be coming up tomorrow. No Name Movie Game. If you want to go see Def Leppard and Motley Crue, just about 7:15, we got a chance for you to win. Seems like it might be kind of a cushy job. All you do is follow Snoop Dogg around and roll blunts for him. That is your job.
I mean, it's kind of the dream job because I'm sure you get to roll in the entourage. You get to go to all the fancy hotels. You get to travel with him because he needs you constantly within earshot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you get to live the life of Snoop with none of the pressure of having to rap.
Well, I didn't fully understand why you would need a full-time blunt roller, and then I kind of went down the thread of, Snoop and people explaining it. Apparently, you want your weed to be fresh, and if, like, for instance, say somebody rolled out a bunch of blunts and you took them with you in the day, it's just not as good and fresh and awesome as if you have somebody there that just rolls it and it's pristine.
And they were saying, too, like, this is Snoop's reputation. This is his brand.
Okay,
So
yeah.
the weed roller has to look around the room and be able to feed off the people and know if anybody needs a blunt that's with Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately provide that. It's kind
Yeah,
of like you can
that's-
read their mind.
Virginia's right. That's going to be their main thing. They go through so much weed. They need joints and blunts on the reg.
Okay. So you can understand that, Dennys, can you see why somebody would need to employ a full-time blunt roller to be with them 24/7?
Yeah, I feel like that's a full-time position for sure because of the amount they're smoking. Plus, Snoop Dogg probably doesn't, after he smokes a blunt or a joint and passes it, he probably never has to hit that again. They would just light him up a new one.
You wouldn't want to. If you're Snoop, I mean, especially in the days of COVID, you don't want to be sharing blunts. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't see Snoop sharing. I would think if somebody wanted it, you'd be like, let me just get you your own.
Right.
I mean, at that point, he can afford it. He would have it. I don't see Snoop wanting to get someone else's slobber
Absolutely.
all over him.
So that guy has to write, and I imagine people in the entourage are probably, he's probably rolling for multiple people.
Right.
Yeah.
And all day. So, I mean, that would be the best job ever in my opinion.
Well, and people,
That's
people
how we
are-
lose Dennys.
Well,
Yeah, get
people
a
were
401k.
seeing that. Yeah, people were seeing that. In fact, a lot of people in the comments on it were, showing off their own particular blunt rolling expertise. They had photos of the blunts they would roll, and they said, hey, look, this is how I do it. I have a unique technique. Some guy was saying, I can ride a bicycle and roll you this pristine joint in less than 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
I mean, that's how you go viral on TikTok.
Yeah. So if you had to have a guess, how much do you think Snoop was paying his full-time blunt roller, Dennys?
How much he was paying him? So he'd have to be
It's an annual
that would have
salary.
to be his normal job. It would have to be enough to live on and to support you.
But
He's
remember,
gonna make
the
at
guy
least
travels.
$40,000.
The guy travels with Snoop and probably enjoys all the luxuries. So room and board, boom, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he's probably got to have a family at home and stuff. There has to be some.
I think it'd be a tough gig to have if you had family at home. I think it's a young single man's
All right.
game.
So-
That would be my guess.
I'd say maybe $40,000.
Bird, do you want to take a stab at this?
It's going to go 100,000.
Oh, wow. You're right. It's probably more, actually.
Well, I will tell you that all we know is the old amount, what he was paying, because this is what got the Twitter thread going on, because somebody said, you do know that Snoop Dogg has a full-time blunt roller that he pays $40,000 to $50,000 a year, right?
I mean, it has to be a normal wage that somebody could live off of.
And then Snoop sounded off and said that's what they used to make. Because of inflation, they now make a good bit more.
Wow. Inflation, huh?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so nobody, I guess, necessarily knows because I don't think, at least I didn't see. I was trying to find on the thread. Didn't look like Snoop had volunteered how much they now make, but he did confirm that that's what they were making, and the rate has gone up.
It's a great gig, Dennys.
You'd always have to be on it. I would never falter. I would try to be the best blunt roller in history.
Yeah, not a bad
You do
gig.
have the skills and you have the temperament for the job.
Well, I used to roll tons of blunts back in the day, and nowadays, so you don't even need a blunt roller now because there's so many new contraptions that are designed to make it easier for a lot of people who are first emerging into the marijuana scene now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to enjoy it, I mean, you can. The old school way is probably the best way.
It's kind of like somebody trying to make sushi. You ever seen those sushi kits that they
it's
have?
that sushi kit, that match.
It just rolls it all up for you.
But is Snoop old school? Does
Yes.
Snoop just want to smoke blunts?
He's hiring him for the expertise.
Well, and I would wonder, too, and the only thing I would argue, I think it's kind of that way with Cuban cigars, right? I know that, for instance, I think it was Jay-Z, somebody like that has their own cigar roller, and I think they might do both. They can do a cigar or they could do a blunt. And I think there's something about that. If we got any Cubans that know, I think that's really what really sets off a Cuban. I mean, it's great tobacco, great papers, but they're also on top of it. They're rolled in a pristine way.
Which is nice because if you buy factory rolled stuff, there is a chance you can have that failure percentage where sometimes it's too tight, you can't get a hit out of it, or it's too loose and it starts bending and it can be rolled poorly where it'll burn on one side and not the other. So if you're somebody that specializes in it, it's got to be on point. And if he's paying him that much, that guy's got to be good.
Okay.
I would like to see that guy do his work.
Same here.
Yeah.
Right? Just to see.
How
Okay.
good is he?
He's got to be the best.
What? Honestly, Snoop could do a show for this. If he did an elimination show and it would show these guys rolling and Snoop would choose.
Got like a Top Chef, but of rolling marijuana.
It'd be like an American Idol of weed.
That'd be amazing.
I would watch that.
There would be quizzes. They'd have to know all about all these different strains and brand. I mean, we'd have to put Dennys out there.
I'd be Sandhaya. That'd be my name.
Sanjaya. We're talking about Snoop Dogg's blunt roller gets at least $50K. Snoop in a Twitter thread the other day was saying that, oh no, inflation, they're making more now. And somebody said, I went to a private concert in Virginia with Snoop Dogg. Only 50 people were allowed, and he was passing around a blunt. He would hit it once and pass it around. I'll send the video. So I guess Snoop does.
He hits it after other people.
I'm sorry, y'all, but
that's one thing that we've changed. That and blowing out the candles on a birthday cake.
Yeah.
We don't do that no more.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
We know better.
No, that ain't gonna happen for me. All right, well, something that if you are a pot smoker, you're going to love here. Snacks, which are better if you're going out? This might be something a blunt roller would have to do as well. If you had to say which is better, Wendy's or Checkers, Bird, what do you go with? You had to guess. Oh, Bird ain't. Oh, he's laying down. He's out cold. Yeah, never mind. All right, Virginia, do you have a preference?
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Are you okay?
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going on? I'm so sorry.
COVID Carla.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Pumpkin?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right.
What's the question?
Which is better, Wendy's or Checkers?
Wendy's.
Okay. Do you have a preference, Virginia?
I think I just prefer Wendy's because I know it better. I mean, the Wendy's single with extra cheese is something really special.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay. That's going to be your pick.
Checkers is good. Don't get me wrong. It just sometimes it gets a little greasy for me.
All right. What about Sbarro's or Blaze for pizza?
Oh,
What do you think, Bird?
man, I'm old school. I'm going Sbarro, dog. I'm a man of the 80s.
He's a man of the food court. You know he loves some Sbarro.
I'm a Blaze guy.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I got to get more involved with Blaze. I've had Blaze a few times, and every time I've had it, I've enjoyed it. I just haven't had it that much.
Okay. What about Mrs. Fields or Crumble cookies?
Ugh, Crumble.
Bird?
Dang, I don't want to sound old school again. I haven't had Crumble yet.
What is the matter with you?
I'm lying. Our boss, Randy, she got me Crumble for my birthday, which I appreciate, and they were delicious. But I have a small sample size. This is tough.
Oh, Crumble had that lemon cookie that changed my life a few months ago. I couldn't believe how good that lemon cookie was.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Kevin, I have to go. I'm going to go with Mrs. Fields only because I haven't done the sample size. And I know I'm going to get crucified for this.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I have not done the crumble cookie, I don't think. Maybe I had a little morsel you brought in here, Virginia, if I remember right.
I might have force-fed you a piece of it, but you reluctantly ate it.
Yeah.
Is there Crumble by me?
There's a Crumble in Alton. That's probably the closest
They're popping
one.
up everywhere.
They're popping up, though.
Okay, what about Baskin Robbins or Carvel for your ice cream? Which is better?
Fudgy the Whale!
Yeah, Fudgy the Whale is so good.
That's Carvel?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm going Carvel.
Kevin doesn't know. Bless
I don't
his
know.
heart.
No, a lot of this is foreign to me.
We're Carvel people.
Publix or Whole Foods Deli? Which is better?
Publix Deli or Whole Foods Deli?
I'm going to go Publix because of the chicken wings. And that would be considered part of the deli, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go Whole Foods because of the diversity.
Yeah, it's good. They used to have, it's not open, at least my Whole Foods, the little wine and beer bar that they had right there, and you could, eat right off of it. They closed that down with COVID. It hasn't reopened yet.
It's not reopened?
No, so
I know the one that I go to up in Gardens, the hot bar is fully functioning again.
Hot bar's open, but not the bar where you sit down and get the drinks.
Okay. I mean, but Whole Foods, they got the sushi bar, they got the noodle bar. It's so good. I mean, Publix is great, but they can't compete on a hot food level with Whole Foods.
Bird, where you going?
Well, I'm going to throw a little curveball. I'm going to say Publix Green Wise, because when that was hot and running, and they had grilled cheese, they had pizza, they had a salad bar. Does that count, Coach?
Sure, yeah. It's Publix or Whole Foods Deli. Yeah, whichever it is.
I mean, but it closed, so we can't get it.
They don't have any other Publix Green Wise anywhere?
I'm looking, but I don't think there's any one right.
There's no more, Virginia?
I think you got to go down to Boca.
Well, then I win in this game then. That's my pick, Kevin.
Okay. Bird's winning. Okay, very nice. All right, well, obviously a lot of controversy around it.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, a lot of scandal. Well, it's not yet the weekend, but really in South Florida, Thursday does kind of kick it off. And you've got some really cool things, actually, if you're looking to kick it tonight. Go have some fun, get out. A couple things I would recommend. In fact, there's one show I would love to get to. It's at, I think, Financial Amphitheater. It is Tears for Fears and Garbage are going to be out there. Both great groups. Tears for Fears had massive hits in the mid-'80s, and Garbage had some pretty massive hit alternative songs, at least, in the mid-'90s. And both are really good. In fact, Butch Vig is a guy that often works with the Foo Fighters, producing some of their biggest albums, and he's in the band Garbage. He's just a guy that's really good at music.
Old Viggy?
The old Viggy. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the one guy from Tears for Fears, but he has morphed into looking like a wizard, and he is looking so badass. That's how I want to age, man.
Long white hair and a long white beard.
Oh, he's so wise looking. Sounds great, like an angel.
That's what you want.
The chicks love wizard hot.
Yeah.
Dude, it ain't always about the chicks, man.
That's right.
That's what all the old men say that lost their testosterone.
They just want peace and quiet now.
They give up on chasing tail.
Yeah.
They do. They hold their guitar and that's all they do.
That's it. That's it. Also, you got the Marlins taking on the Nationals at Lone Depot Park. Went to 10 innings last night with the Marlins getting another win. They've had back-to-back there, so that's nice. You've also got the Black Crows. Remember them?
Yes.
Those brothers have stopped feuding because they realized when they did, they weren't making any money. So now they're back together playing. They came out of the chute hot and on fire. Their first album, remember that? Hard to Handle was so big, and that's what they're going to be playing a lot of the hits of. And then their follow-up was decent, and then they started fighting, and they really didn't do any more music.
Didn't one of them marry?
And impregnated.
Yeah.
What's her name from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
Goldie Hawn's daughter. Oh,
Kate
God.
Hudson.
Kate Hudson. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was her first husband, I think.
He was hot back then.
Well, you know what? He was scruffy hot.
He was always heroin. I mean, like the whole aura of the Black Crows was hot.
Long hair, beard, all that kind of stuff.
Well, maybe when he ages, he'll be wizard hot.
No.
He could be wizard hot.
Yeah. Hard Rock Live is where that show's going to be tonight. And if you love the fish guy, Guy Harvey, he is doing a meet and greet at his gallery and shop on Las Olas in Fort Lauderdale today.
Oh.
So you can go and if you got fish art or a fish shirt. So many people do.
Will he sign my fish shirt?
I think that's what he's doing. Yeah.
Okay.
He's signing fish shirts.
There are so many drunk, red-faced fishermen in Juneau and Jupiter that are so pumped.
Yeah. Well, they got drive-aways. You got to get to Lauderdale, but he'll be there this afternoon. You can go and check that out. All right, Bird, we got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here in just about 10 to 15 minutes. Going to be live on YouTube. You can get wherever you get your podcasts later on. Spotify's got it. Apple's got it. The WRMF app has got it. And pump up your summer. The keyword today is resort. If you didn't know, go enter that for a chance to win $2,000 in a 4-day, 3-night stay at the Caribe Royale Orlando. All right, Bird, wrap it all up here with your thought for the day.
Your worst enemy can't hurt you as much as your own unguarded thoughts can. Whoa, Bird.
Yeah.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.